Hello and welcome to my live about engineering licenses. And today is live number 15. My name is Oren. Um, and first, I would like to apologize for missing last Friday. I had some technical issues and couldn't complete it. And looking forward, I would like to speak today about engineering licenses and IT. So today we had a very important meeting with a big company we are doing a cooperation with, and I'm not going to say the name for now, but you will soon all know. Um, but I spoke about the challenging managing engineering licenses within the IT environment. So, as an organization, every time you bring a system in, you would like it to connect to all your IT infrastructure. So let's think about, for example, I don't know, a new CRM. Okay, so you bring in a new CRM. So as an IT person, I'm saying, okay, you need to comply with my environment, maybe which server infrastructure I'm typically using, what databases am I using. You need to authenticate using the authentication service that I'm using. You need to synchronize with my directory of users. So all these requirement that makes the new system I'm now bringing in part of my infrastructure, because the reality that was maybe 40 years ago, that each system was a separate island of information, doesn't exist anymore. So organization wants to look on the overall data they have, and they like to have a unified view on everything, and everything has to reconnect to everything. That's why we're talking about integrations, and integrations. Now, think about license managers. It doesn't matter which. You can think about DSLS, FlexLM, and many others. Um, so think of it as an organizational system. So it's dedicated to organization. It's nothing that you can use as a single user. It's an organizational resource. But when you look on the design, it wasn't designed as an organizational resource. So let's take few small points that demonstrates that. So one thing that someone needs to do is to manage it. So stop, start, control it using a central system, get alerts, get error messages, and so on. I don't know any that is well designed to work in an organization. So it's not. If you want to control it, if you want to monitor it, you need to write it yourself. That's what we did. We support many of them. So it's not working. If you talk about directories, so for example, take FlexLM, we have options file. And in the options file, I can write the users and the groups, and I give permissions and so on. Does it work with my directory within the organization? No. It's an island of information, of system. It's a separate system. And if you want to manage your users, then you need a local directory. The local directory is a text file in this example. And let's say, even if I have two separate servers from the same vendor, they also don't share the same directory. So I need to replicate the file, I need to set permission, and I need to keep them synchronized all the time. And this is a tedious job. If I have maybe 20 users, maybe I can do it manually and manage it. But if I have more, then it's impossible. If I have 15,000 engineers using engineering licenses, it's completely impossible task. Another example is reporting. So let's say we have a customer, for example, with 200 different license servers. So let's say if you check how many unique license managers, maybe 15, 30, we support 35, but let's say 20 different license manager. And now let's say you would like to create an annual report that shows the usage for overall your different features, and you want to put a recommendation for the management about procurement of additional licenses, and maybe also about which licenses to discontinue, and so on. So I go to the, if at all, so let's say I go to the first system, I go to license usage report, I get the usage. So it's very specific format for this vendor. And then I go to the second system, it might be a completely different format, different structure. Sometimes it might be an even different approach to license. So different metrics are used. So how can I bring it all and create a unified view that allows management to get to a decision? It's impossible. It's completely impossible if you don't have a system that does this for you. So overall, I think that engineering license managers are a great mechanism for license management, both for the users, for the vendor, and for the end users, with huge benefits over any other licensing method. The drawback is that when designing them, the software companies didn't take into account an implementation within organization. So the thinking was about, this small department will install their own license managers, manage it locally. They will have someone that does this part-time and typing in the users, managing it. That was the approach. But eventually, we see companies with 10,000 engineers and 15,000 engineers managing all their companies with tens of branches worldwide, and different hours, different locations, different features, all managed by this system that wasn't designed for the actual scenario where it's implemented. So that's the insight I had today in the discussion we had, and I wanted to share it with you today. I'm looking forward to hear your feedback about that. Can write it in my channel. You can contact me on my email, oren@openlm.com, and I'm looking forward to communicate with you. Thank you, and wish you all a good day.